up, y'all? It's your girl KBA. I'm back with another video. I genuinely don't know what this video is about. I'm just making a video. I'm just talking. How y'all doing in this quarantine? Cause I'm so bored. Let me just say, I don't have nothing else to do. Okay, I just so happened to up and move to Texas. I don't have nothing to do. Okay, my cousins is gone. I don't have nobody to talk to. I be bored. I be in my room all day. I ordered nail stuff and the shit didn't even come. So now I just got like half a set of nail stuff and can't do nothing with it. It's horrible. My nails look like little boys' fingers. But I was just sitting here and I was thinking, like, I kind of need to figure out a name. Like, I got a name, but I'm like, I need something. I need some pizzazz, razzle dazzle, as I like to say in the intro to my videos. So I'm kind of thinking KBZ. I like that. It's cute. Let's try it. Ready? Okay. What's up, y'all? It's your girl KBZ and I'm back with another freaking video. See, now that was cute. If I could come into every single video like that, I would be fine. I have I don't know if it's social anxiety. If I said the wrong thing, don't call me stupid because I can't think of the word, but it might be social anxiety. So I be, I gotta open up. I gotta get used to doing this, you feel me? So yeah, you know how DK, Dear and Ken, they be like, we back with another freaking video, and then Dear be screaming loud as hell. Like, I can't do all of that because it's people here. I can't be screaming, but I don't want to copy nobody, you know. Whatever, it'll be fine. But you know what else I need to do? I need to do that. I need to do something that makes me transition into the video, something cute that I do every single time. And I need something that says me, something that I can always say. Oh my gosh, you know what? This is kind of corny, but listen, hear me out. What if I said it's KBreezy, and I'm back to bring a little razzle dazzle to the channel. It's KBZ and I'm back to bring a little razzle dazzle to the channel. Cringy as hell, but I'm gonna do it just because I need something. So let's talk about these relationships. So just a little bit of relationship advice. I'm gonna call this video Relationship 101. Sorry, I just had to stare at the camera real quick because I needed a thumbnail, because they be trying to make my thumbnails ugly. But yeah, I'm probably gonna take some pictures after this anyways and use that. But ooh, I need lip gloss. Most of us, some of us, whatever, have been in a relationship and y'all be together for an extra long time, or in my case, 4 freaking years, and you get used to being around that person. You get used to being around them. You get used to being with them. You get used to thinking about them. You get used to planning certain things around them. Like, if you got something to do, you plan your day around them. If you spend your time with people, like in my case, everything, I was always with my ex. Like, we were always together. Almost every day I was at his house. Definitely on the weekends I was at his house. Pick him up from work. Pick him up for work if I can. You know, little stuff like that. And you just get used to it. So, you know, obviously it's gonna be hard when y'all break up. You get comfortable. You kind of, like, I don't know, I guess adapt to their lifestyle and you make it yours, or you build a new one around theirs. Of course, when y'all break up, it's gonna be hard for you to get back to your routines. It's gonna be hard for you to let them go. It's gonna be hard for you to get over it. It's gonna be hard for you to move on. It's gonna be hard for you to do all of that stuff. So I'm just, try to give y'all some tips or whatever, seeing as though I've been through this twice now. So I know what to do. My second time, this last time, wasn't as bad as the first time. So one thing that you don't do, this is more for this one. This first tip right here is more for the people who are dealing with a friend. So if your friend just got her heart broken, you need something to tell her. One thing that you don't tell people is to move on. You don't tell people like, oh, just move on, just find somebody else, like just stop talking about him, just start talking to somebody else. You don't tell people that. It's not that easy. Like telling people to get over somebody that they've been with, that somebody, you know, who may have quite possibly, maybe not, became their life. You cannot tell somebody something like that, just move on. You can't do that, because it's not going to work. It's going to make them feel worse, because they really will sit there thinking, like in my head, when somebody tells me, oh, just move on, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, I'm really going to have to start doing this all over again with somebody else that's not him, and he is the person that I want to do this with. So you can't just tell people just move on. You cannot tell people. You can't tell nobody that. Don't do that. It just makes it worse. You can say things like, you can say it in a better way. Like you can explain to them, it's gonna hurt, it's not gonna stop hurting, but the longer you manifest it, like I recently told one of my friends, I said, the longer you manifest that pain and you manifest that hurt from that relationship, from you breaking up with that person, the longer you manifest that, the longer you're going to feel, the worse you're going to feel. Somebody who has not been in love with somebody is not going to, they're not going to understand that. Don't let anybody tell you that you're too young to be in love. If you started dating somebody at 16 like me and y'all didn't break up until you were 20, well, in my case, I started dating when I was 15, about to turn 16, and we broke up when I was 19, about to turn 20. You do not need to listen to anybody if they tell you you're too young to be in love at whatever age. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and play and say that I was in love with the person that I was dating with at 15. I was not. But definitely by the time I turned 18, if he asked me to marry him when I was 19, I'd have been like, absolutely. Now, don't get me wrong. I definitely wouldn't have married him at 19. I definitely would have married him years later. Had he asked me, I'd have been like, yeah. Because I know what I feel. And that's just that. You know what you feel, and that's just that. Can't nobody else tell you how to feel. Can't nobody else tell you that you're too young. Rule number 3: when you're getting over somebody, your heart is going to tell you that you want to talk to this person. Like, it's going to be like, I just want to talk to him or her, whatever the situation is. It's not just for girls. It's going to be like, I want to talk to him or her. I want to explain myself. I want to be cool. I want to be cordial. I want to work this out. I want to talk about it. I want to smooth things over. You cannot do that. My first relationship, I said that to myself so many times, that I just wanted to talk to him, and I just wanted to be friends. I just wanted things to be cool between us. I just wanted to make sure that there was no animosity between us two. I just wanted to make sure that we could walk past each other in the hallways and I could say hi, he could say hi, and we can both keep pushing. That's what I told myself that I wanted to do. And I ended up going back and back and back and back and back and back and back together with him. It's just super repetitive. You're going to want to do it, but you cannot let yourself do that. So a way for you to not do that, she had to go on all of my stuff and block and delete the person who hurt me, because I kept trying to, go back and go talk and whatever. She had to block him in my phone. She had to do all of that. Now, mind you, of course, in your head, you thinking like, well, all I gotta do is go and unblock him. But that's why, if you're a smart friend, if you're the friend that is doing the blocking for your other friend, do it where she don't know. You don't need to tell her that you're going to do it. You can also, obviously, be strong enough to do it by yourself and block them. My last, just right now, just a couple months ago, him. He's blocked on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter. I don't have him. I don't see him. I don't talk to him. None of that. Obviously, because we were together for a long time, I was in love, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, I have the urge to go and check his stuff. Now we're down to rule number 4. Of course, when we first broke up, I wanted to keep on checking his social media to see if he was talking about me when, you know, I can't see it. We don't follow each other anymore. We don't talk anymore. So I can't see if you post. So of course, I wanted to go back and look on his stuff to see if he posted about me and say, oh, he missed me or something. You're probably going to do it. If you're attached and you really like that person, you're probably going to do it. Not everybody does. I'm not saying that everybody does, but you might. If you do, don't go overboard, okay? When I was doing my scrolling and my stalking and I didn't see that he posted anything about me, I was just like, wow, well, he really don't care and really just said forget about it. So to me, I was like, there's no point in me steady trying to find a reason to text him, look on his page. There's no reason for me to do all of that because I'm already seeing right here. It's clear as day. He hasn't made no post about me. He hasn't made nothing that could be towards me. Haven't seen any of that. So after I seen that he wasn't posting about me, I just left it alone. I haven't checked his stuff in months. So it is what it is. Another thing that you definitely do not want to do, another thing that you definitely do not want to do, is comment on any of their stuff. You do not want to comment on any of their stuff. Don't comment on any of their posts, no videos, no nothing. Do not comment on their stuff. You do not need to comment. I miss you. I love you. I want to work this out. Don't say nothing smart. Don't say anything. They're going to look at it. They're going to screenshot it. They're going to send it to somebody. They're going to talk about you. And it's just going to be a whole spiel. Now all these people in the city think you crazy. If you go comment on one post and say, I miss you, and you go and comment on another post, if you say something smart, he'll delete the post of you saying something smart. He'll delete the post of you saying something rude to him. But the post of you saying, I miss you, I love you, I want to get back together, can you text me, can you call me, why you're not responding, all of that stuff, anything to incriminate you, to make you look crazy, he's going to leave it there. The point of him leaving that there is so that he can show everybody that you're crazy. He can show everybody that you're desperate, that you need him, that you want him. He's trying to make you look bad. He's trying to make you look desperate. So don't comment on any of their stuff. And if you feel the need that you're going to comment on their stuff, then you just don't go on their page. Just don't go on their page at all. Rule number 5. It doesn't matter if you've been raised this way, if you've been told, it does not matter. You need to cry. Crying is essential. You need to cry because you cannot hold that stuff in. If you don't have anybody that you can say certain stuff to, that you can tell, if you don't have anybody that you can tell these things, it's going to drive you crazy. At least if you cry, you're letting something out. You're not holding it in. It's not going to be all bottled up in your head, in your heart. If you don't want to cry, you can write it out. You can write it in your notes and not send it. You can write it in your notes and send it to him and then block him so you don't have to worry about what it is that he said. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. You're going to feel empty. You're going to feel like maybe you lost your best friend. You're going to be like, I don't know what to do now. Like, where do I go from here? You're going to feel lost. You may have lost half of you. Like, you're going to feel all these types of things, and you're going to continue to feel them. You need to let them out. You don't need to bottle them in, and you need to put yourself in a predicament where you don't think about all of those things. Because if you just sitting there and you just thinking about it constantly over and over and over again, and you just letting the whole situation replay over and over in your head, it's just going to make things worse. So what I usually do is I go around friends. Like when like recently when me and my ex broke up, I just started hanging out with friends. Sometimes if you are going through that type of trauma, you will want to act out of character. But it is a good thing for you to go and be around people, because if you're around people, you don't really have time to sit there and think about the simple fact that you just got your heart broke because you out with your friends. You can go out to dinner. You can stay in with your friends and cook dinner. You can have girls' night. You can have a movie night. You can sit in the car and cry with your friend and just explain it. You can have car conversations. There's so much stuff you can do. You can go for a walk. You can go for a drive. Get in a car and just go. There's so many things that you can do, but you need to put yourself in a predicament where you don't have to think about those things. Put yourself in a predicament where you do not have to think about those things. Because if you sit there and you think about it and you manifest it, it's just going to make it worse. It's going to make it 10 times worse. Do not get back into the dating world until you are ready. You do not need to listen to nobody that is telling you, go date somebody new, go find somebody else, move on. You do not need to listen to anybody that tells you that. Point blank, period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You do not need to listen to anybody that tells you that. You go and date somebody when you feel that you are ready. You go and talk to somebody when you feel that you are ready to trust them, believe the words that are coming out of their mouth, and let go of what happened to you in your past. And that's just that on that. You move as fast as you want to. You move as slow as you want to. And it's just that simple. Me personally, I got to take it slow. I have to take it slow. I've been through, this is my second time dealing with a heartbreak, and it hurts. Obviously, my trust went from here to here. So I have trust issues. So whoever it is that I decide to go and affiliate myself with is going to have to take their time with me, and he's going to have to understand that I need to take things slow. Why? Because I have trust issues. That is just me. I also have abandonment issues. I feel like people are going to leave me. So therefore, I do not attach myself to people very quickly. If you want to go, you can go. Why? Because I'd rather deal with you leaving early on than dealing with the abandonment of me getting comfortable. Like recently, my last relationship, I felt abandoned because I was with you for 4 years and then you left. Therefore, boom, abandonment issues. Now let me make this clear. He is not the cause of my abandonment issues. I already had abandonment issues. Did he know about them? Absolutely, because I told him. Anytime I get with somebody, I tell them my issues. Yeah, just take all the time that you need. If you rush into another relationship, it'll just ruin it, because you'll have some type of trust issues from the last one. You'll bring them into the next one. It's just a whole mess. So just take your time. Dealing with relationships can cause you trauma. It can cause you some PTSD. It can cause you some depression problems, trust issues, abandonment issues. When I say you can be damaged, honey, damaged, okay? So when you finally bring yourself to be comfortable to get with somebody else, date somebody else, whatever, you should, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you bring up your issues at the beginning of the relationship. If y'all just started talking, just became friends, whatever, bring up your relationship issues. You need to bring up the fact that you are scared to trust. You need to bring up the fact that you have abandonment issues. You need to bring up the fact that you are just now recovering from your depression because you have not been yourself for so long. You are just starting to find yourself again. You need to explain all of that to that person. Why do I say that you need to explain it? Because if you don't explain it and they don't know and they do something, you're going to feel even more hurt. And if you tell them they can avoid certain stuff, you need to explain those things so that it's not a misunderstanding. My last thing, recognize your own toxic energy. Anybody can be toxic. Toxic energy is you trying to find ways to get in contact with this person that just broke up with you, or you just broke up with them and you're finding ways to get in contact with them and they've blocked you. They don't want to talk. They have made it known that they don't want to speak anymore. And you're steady finding ways to get in contact with them. That's toxic. You don't need to do that. Recognize that you're being toxic if you're breaking up and getting back together, breaking up and getting back together, breaking up and get back together, and so on and so forth. And you keep on doing it over and over and over again. That's toxic. You need to recognize that you are being toxic if you say, so you just gonna leave me like everybody else. You need to recognize that you are being toxic if you say, if you leave, I'm gonna kill myself. If you leave, I'm gonna pop a bunch of pills. If you leave, I'm putting a gun to my head. You need to recognize that is toxic. Just recognize your own toxic energy. Recognize your significant other's toxic energy and all of that. And last but not least, let me tell y'all, okay, I have had my heart broke 2 times. I have been cheated on, I don't know how many times. I've lost count, really. I've lost count how many times I've been cheated on. Still to this day, I still love the idea of love. Do I have much faith in it? I'm a little rough around the edges on that one. But I like the idea of it. Just don't give up just because you got your heart broke. That's all I'm saying. You know, sit them in a moment. Yeah. Now, we done with the sentimental. Back to the OG triple OGK. All right. Listen, my video is over. I need some topics, so y'all can comment on my stuff. You can DM me on Instagram. You can send me a message on Facebook. You can send me a message on Snapchat. DM me on Twitter. You can do all of that. I need ideas, y'all. Talk to me. Tell me what it is that I need to do. Dang. I be running out of stuff to talk about. Like, I talk a lot, but I'll be running out of stuff to talk about. All right. Nice talking to y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Y'all, I have so much crackhead energy. It's not even. Y'all have a nice time. Enjoy y'all quarantine. Stay clean. Wash your hands. And don't be going to see nobody. Okay? All right, cool.